In here. Now we are in the third step of homebrew. That's bottling. First, what you're going to need, obviously, is your secondary fermentation, the beer and the cardboard. You're going to have some bottle caps that have soaking and sanitizer, your capper, cleaned and sanitized bottles, crimp on, obviously. You're going to need your siphon and your bottling wand, also sanitized, and your bottling bucket, cleaned and sanitized. But before we can get into that, what I have on the stove is 2 cups of water. It's already boiling. And what we're going to do is add from the kit the 5 ounces of priming sugar or corn sugar, and what that does is it activates the leftover yeast for carbonation. If I can get the scissors to cut this. Hey, Kelsey. What you're going to do is add the sugar to the water. Grab a spoon so I can mix it up real quick. We're going to stir this up. And then once it's dissolved, we're going to let it boil for about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure all the sugar is properly dissolved into the water. We're going to shut the heat off and let it cool down. Alright, so we'll be back once all this is cool off, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, priming sugar is cooled off, so what we're going to do is we're going to just dump it right there into the bottling bucket, just like that. You're going to take your sanitized siphon. There could be foam on it. Remember, don't fear the foam. Pop out your airlock, stick the siphon in, and here, come take a look. As you can see, it's basically mixing up with the priming sugar, swirling it around in the bucket. So I'm going to transfer all the beer over to this, and then we'll move into bottling. Alright, we're done-ish. We're at the final step of the bottling process. Obviously, I was able to siphon all the beer into the bottling bucket. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take that hose off of your auto siphon, and you have to attach your bottling wand. Now this bottling wand that I'm using is not what comes in the starter kit. This is actually a spring-loaded one, which works a lot better than the one that comes with the starter kit, because this one leaks a little bit, but nowhere near as much as the one that comes with the kit. And then you put the other end of the hose on the spigot with the bottling bucket. Open it up. Okay, nothing's coming out yet because there's a seal. Now what you're going to do, per bottle, these are all the clean and sanitized bottles. Here. Give it a sec. It's going to flow. And the second the beer gets to the top of the bottle, you lift up from the bottom, because the wand actually puts enough headspace between the top of the bottle and the actual beer level to where it doesn't burst the cap. So this one's getting filled up right now. See some froth. Up like that. Go to the next one. And I'm going to do this for all these, and then I'm going to show you the capping process. Guys, now we're at the final step. All the beer has been put in the bottles. We actually ended up with 46 bottles of beer from that 5-gallon run, which is pretty good. So let's get to capping, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, in here we have the bottle cap sitting in sanitizer. I already sanitized the capper. Alright, these are actually funny. These are actually cold activated caps. They turn blue when they get cold, but that's nothing important. So you set the cap on top of the beer bottle, capper, and all you do is whoop, press, your little tip, seal. I'll show you one more time. Hopefully I don't fucking tip the bottle. Okay, cap, bottle, press, and we'll do one more, and that's basically how you cap the bottles. Now, the little pinks under here is because the cap is magnetic, or there's a little magnet. I'll show you. There's a little magnet right there. So if you wanted to, you can actually set the cap up in the bottler, or in the capper, if you wanted to. But now, after you bottle your beer, you have to give it 2 weeks to carbonate. Now, if you have a little home keg kit, it takes about 2 to 3 hours. But in the bottles, it has to sit unrefrigerated, keep it in the same temperatures as your fermentation for 2 weeks for the beer to carbonate. But that is how you basically make homebrew. We'll be back in 2 weeks, and I will show you the finished product. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.